Why do you choose to work with Alfa International member firms?
I was a very new lawyer at Clayton Homes, and we went to visit another Berkshire Hathaway company because we're a Berkshire Hathaway company, Shaw Industries, and I met Rick Hooper, who is the general counsel there, and one of the very first questions I had for Rick was, what do you do when you have to hire lawyers all over the country? And really the only lawyers you know are the people you practiced with in your local hometown. And he mentioned Alfa International, and the rest is history, and that was in 2006.
Why do you personally choose Alfa International firms?
The reason I choose Alfa firms, and particularly Alfa lawyers, because I hire lawyers, not firms, is because they get results. The results that are consistent with the strategies that we put in place when we initially get a matter and figure out what we want to do. Secondly, they're good people. And those are the kind of firms we want, people that share the culture that we share, that are the kind of folks that Clayton Homes embodies and our team members, and so that's why we hire them.
Approximately, how many member firms do you use?
We have used over 30 Alfa firms since 2006, since I met Rick. Right now, we have 13 firms with active matters that involve more than just one lawyer at those firms. So I would say in total, probably 20 to 25 Alfa lawyers working for us on active matters right now.
What makes Alfa International member firms different than other law firms?
What I really like about Alfa is the vetting process that must take place. I don't know what that involves, but it certainly must be there because the firms that we've worked with have all been extremely professional, affordable. The legal market is extremely expensive, and in a lot of places, just having somewhere to go where you know you're going to get value for your company's money and your team members' money. Often, when I'm moving into a market that we're not familiar with, I will often call another Alfa lawyer and ask, hey, I know there's an Alfa firm there, can you tell me about them? And often it's a glowing report. They'll put me in contact with somebody that they know, and a lot of times it's the contact that's listed on the Alfa website, but not always. And so that's real helpful, I think, when you're trying to go into an area that you're not used to being in.
What does the Alfa International tagline, local relationships worldwide, mean to you?
I've met a lot of Alfa lawyers over the years, and I can tell you the relationships that I have with them are really friendships. It's not necessarily purely professional, although it always starts out that way. But for me, it's people that really understand me, understand our company, understand our culture. And I'm sure every client is different in some ways, but I've been always super impressed at how they've adapted to what our needs are, what our strategies are. And to me, that's more than just an outside firm. It's more than just outside counsel. That's somebody that's a business partner, that's in it with us.
What value do you find in Alfa International publications?
I may be looking at the economic loss doctrine in Utah. I don't know if I'm going to be looking at that or not, but I know there's a resource there that I can go to. I may be looking at punitive damages in Colorado or somewhere like that. And I don't have to keep that stuff updated, and I don't have to think about where do I need to go to find it. I know where it's at, and I can just go straight to it.
What value do you find in attending Alfa International seminars?
The thing that I think is unique about the Alfa seminars is you have representatives from really almost all states here, and plus the international attorneys that come. That's not always replicated, I think, at other seminars. Also, I think you have the lawyers here who are actually working on a lot of the matters. That's real important. It's not all senior partners and then the attorneys assigned to your matters are associates, for example. You're meeting partners who are working on your cases. And I do not hire lawyers that I haven't met in person.
Can you share a specific Alfa International success story with us?
Well, the very first Alfa interaction that I had was in 2006 with Scott Phillips at Siemens Bowen in Maryland. I got notice that we had a trial literally the next day. It was an arbitration hearing, And I had no lawyer on it. I had just found out about it. I picked up the phone and I called Scott, and he dropped everything. Immediately jumped on the file, got involved. We did go to the hearing. It turned out fine. And I told Scott, he is forever my knighted Alfa lawyer, because he didn't sleep that night. There's no way he slept, and he jumped on that matter. And that's the kind of experience I've had with many Alfa lawyers.